More than 600,000 people worldwide have received transplants since Murray's innovation. We're going to talk to Dr. Nadey Hakim about this, surgical director of the transplant unit at Imperial College. And you met Dr. Murray, I believe, or you knew him. What a... I won't say he's a risk taker, because he was obviously a very skilled man, but back in 1954, to be doing this type of thing, to be pushing medical boundaries that far, quite a man.
Indeed, I think we owe Joseph Murray the whole history of transplantation. He was the first to have had the courage to go through such an innovative surgery such as transplantation. At that time, he was criticized by the ethics committees, by the religious leaders, saying that this is something which should not have happened. But now, as you just mentioned, 600,000 transplants have been performed over the last 60 years, thanks to somebody called Joseph Murray.
Medically, what was he up against at that time? You've made a very interesting point about the ethics of it. Medically, what was he up against? Something that was so new and so, it has a dangerous feel to it at that sort of time, trying to do something so revolutionary.
I mean, indeed, first of all, he was using a live donor, where there's a problem, an ethical problem. You go to take a kidney from a live donor. That was a big thing. But think about it now, 60 years later, over 50% of transplants performed in any unit in the world are from live donors. So this is the first thing he's done. He was lucky because it was from a live donor with a twin. Therefore, he did not have to worry about rejection.
Right.
Following that, now what we are obviously facing at every single transplant we perform is the risk of rejection. But thanks to so many innovative new immunosuppressive drugs which have been discovered, now rejection rate is very, very low, and the success rate is up to 97 to 98% in all transplants.
So it's almost 60 years since Dr. Murray made this first transplant. What did he do after that? I mean, I'm sure he kept working, and what has he been doing? I mean, up until the age of 93, was he still involved in this sort of work?
Actually, it's very important to point out that he started as a plastic surgeon, and then during the war he was looking after burns, and then he developed that idea of transplanting organs. And after he's performed the first successful live transplant, he's done a few more after that, and then he went back to becoming to return to his plastic surgical career in Boston. And I had the chance to meet him at transplant meetings, because he was honored at many, many occasions, transplant meetings. The most recent one, actually, in 2004, it was the Olympic meetings, where he was honored for his work in transplantation, because he was an athlete himself to start with.
Was he a nice guy?
Very nice, I have to say, very generous, very curious, and always humble. I have to say, somebody who won the Nobel Prize, he's a big man, but always very humble. You would not think that this is the guy who started this huge specialty of transplantation surgery.
Dr. Hakim, thank you for your time. Really nice insight you've given us there. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.